Hello. Make sure this is coming out the right microphone. Okay, we're good. I have to check some stuff real quick. Guess I need more light. Dang. I wanted to go with less light today, but oh well. We're okay. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing fine. Let's see. Can you all hear me? Am I audible? Can you hear me just fine? Question mark. Just checking my levels, my settings. Yes. Okay, cool. All right, well, the integrated chat I have in OBS is not working, unfortunately, but that's okay. That's fine. That is fine. I can just have you guys pulled up over here for now, so. Hello. Hope you're all doing all right. I'm gonna bring this mic closer because my voice is kind of shot a little bit, and I don't want to speak loudly, so I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit closer to my mouth. Come on. Listen that much. We're good. All right. Hello. Is this fun? Is this fine? Is this good? Hello. Welcome to the stream. Hello, do I need to turn down the volume of the music, or is it fine? Okay, so the microphone's fine. Is the music fine? Sorry, everything's a little disoriented and a little off. So, since the big stream, Music's good? Perfect. I'm not going to mess with it, but I will turn it down on my end a bit, but it shouldn't affect you. All right, well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. This is the first stream since the 15-minute Animators Tournament. And I have a lot that I want to talk about. But first of all, just say hi to everyone who's deciding to participate in chat. Hello, The Soul, Bold Plays, Make It Patriot, Daylight Cyan, Key Anims, Jojo, Mr. Twist, Yellow S, Joseph Took 8, Red J, Plague, Glitch, Shapesy, Kideword, Stark, Mena, Venge, Joseph. I don't know if I said your name before, but I'll say it again just anyway. Donut, hello. Trailamations, Gamer, Venge, Rojaki, Jake, Diango. Wow, there's a lot of you here today. I need to go flip a tag on the door to let my sister who lives with me know that I'm streaming, so she should not come in. Just give me 1 second. Well. How are you all doing? Just got hit with the meanest ad that busted my eardrum. Oh, I apologize for that. Hello. I hope you're all doing fine. I'm doing good. I'm doing fine. I'm just tired. Very tired. My voice isn't as much. I mean, my voice is tired. Don't get me wrong, but it's 8 hours of the host voice will do a number. So, but first, what'd you guys think of this year's 15-minute Animators Tournament? I assume that will be a big talking point for today's stream. And I'm willing to bet I'll be right. Just ate stummy full. Nice. Hello, hello. Doing trash. Oh, fun. It was bad because I lost. Rip Loon, sorry. You made one of the best clips in the whole stream, though, so. Wish I could have donated, but I'm kind of broke right now. Yeah, I can relate to that. I can kind of relate to that. Took a look at my bank account today. It scared me a little bit. I'm going to try and spend a lot less, but, you know, hopefully I shouldn't have much of a reason to spend. So, take it easy for a bit. But that's not an interesting topic. I did write like a list of shit that I kind of wanted to talk about. Tournament was amazing. I'm so glad the charity reached its goal. It was a very exciting event, and I can't wait for the next. Yeah, I'm very happy that everyone's been talking about it, and everyone's been sending their condolences. And I don't know if condolences is the right word, but everyone's been telling me how much fun it was. Yeah, it was a fun event. It was much more successful than I anticipated. It was our lowest steady viewed event. Like we were struggling to maintain 100 near the end of it, and I think originally we were around like 200 to 300 average for the last couple 15 mats, but we did reach our goal. But that view count does still worry me a bit, but we'll get into all of that in a minute. I guess first of all, I'm doing fine. The stream is it's nothing bad. Why am I not centered? I want to be centered. Hi guys. Yeah, I'm doing fine. This isn't like a serious stream, like something bad happened. I got exposed or anything. I understand that the thumbnail looks like that, but that's just to get you to click on it. And it worked because there's 30 of you here, probably more, but but no, I just want to take some time to talk about a bunch of stuff. A lot has happened in the last few years. My fan base has grown. I don't know, numbers fluctuating. I don't know, man. I don't know where to start. I've been wanting to make a video just kind of discussing the things that have been happening in my life, but every single time that I finish a big event, I feel like, no, I shouldn't make it, because then I start on like another big event. So like, okay, I'll wait until after that, and then something else comes up, and then something else comes up, and then so I figured 15-minute animators tournament. After that, I'll just stream it. I was gonna do a video where I talk about stuff, but I'm just gonna stream it, and I'm just gonna talk about stuff. It could be more interactive. I did not get hacked again. No, we're fine. Also, hello, Koyi Z. Hello, I met you years ago thanks to Pseudo Memo. Do you dedicate yourself only to YouTube? I pretty much do at this point, yeah. Pretty much. That's interesting to see that you're here from Pseudo Memo. Well, it's nice to meet you. I apologize if I don't recognize you, at least at the moment, but thank you for dropping by. But yeah, so 15 Matt, that was that was a stream. That was a stream, man. That was insane. I've been trying to not think about it. Ironically, even though I'm super proud of it, don't get me wrong. It's still an event that I'm going to forever be grateful of, and a lot of great came out of it. But like one thing that I wish I did not do was announce that it could have been the last 15 Matt. I think that freaked a lot of people out, and it endorsed more fear and fear into donating, which I talked with Hyun about, and we kind of shared that same opinion. So next year, we're not going to do that. I think the reason I wasn't so sure about doing another 15-minute animators tournament after this year is because of the viewership. It didn't seem like people really cared about it. Every time that I was expecting the numbers to increase with each edition, it just it continued to decrease. And while the amount donated kept raising each year, the viewership and the retention seemed to dramatically decline. And that could be something with the formula, and we've discussed ways to improve it for next year. But I was proven wrong that people don't care about it, because there are people that really, really, really do care about it. So I will continue to do it for as long as I can. And I don't want to use that scare tactic again. That felt mean, you know, it just felt mean. So I'll bring you back a little bit. Don't fall. Okay. Yeah, but getting this year's 15 mat ready was it was expensive. It got a little pricey. It wasn't like thousands of dollars, but it was more than I was comfortable with. I think it was all well worth it. And now that I have all of the equipment that I needed to emergency get for this year's 15 mat, I feel like I'm more well equipped to handle big IRL events like this. So, yeah, no, I'm good. No need to tell me to cheer up. I'm good. I'm great. But I appreciate the concern. You already grew your hair back? No, I didn't. We didn't get $10,000. We reached $5,000. The stretch goal was $10,000, and then I would have shaved. But we didn't do that, unfortunately. Hey, maybe next year. Maybe next year. Yeah, so I made a... I should have pulled up this tab earlier, but I made a community post about the 15 mat. And I was asking if anyone had any questions about it, and I got a few. Let me take a look here. So I'm going to read some of the questions about it from the community tab, and then I'll gladly take questions from you guys in chat. But you know, these people asked first because they were subscribed and saw the community posts, so they get priority. But JoJo Creations said, yes, this is amazing. I'm so glad the goal has been reached. My question to you is, how nervous were you in the beginning of the event, especially meeting the people who will be accompanying you, like Pymations and Krav? Funnily enough, I was more stressed out by the thought of anything failing more than the thought of meeting people. Because at this point, I've already met Krav from the last year's 15-minute animators tournament, and this was not the first time that I've met Pymations. We've met each other IRL many times, several times by now. So yeah, I was mostly concerned about things breaking, and in the last 24 hours there were a lot of things that were broken in the stream layout, from transferring the desk setup from upstairs office where we are right now to our living room. So that was a little chaotic, and then bringing it back up was also another hassle. But now my setup's really clean, and I'm very happy. And maybe I'll do like an office tour one day. That sounds like it might be fun. Max S says, how difficult was setting this up, organizing everything, etc., and how difficult do you think it will be for next year's 15 mat? I am hoping that I'm more mentally equipped for preparation for next year. I'm not even going to start thinking about next year, but there are some ideas, none of which I will vocalize, because then people were going to be like, why did you do that? They are just thoughts at the moment. But it was very stressful setting this up. I had wished I had given myself like another month or two to prepare everything, but I think I gave myself like 3 months. 3 months time to figure everything out. Maybe less than that. So it was very stressful. I was in a hard crunch to get everything done in time, and we barely got everything prepared in time. But I mean, organizing it wasn't too different from last year. The only different thing was that I had to disassemble my setup and bring it downstairs and build an actual like set out of our living room. So, but it was fun. I cannot lie. I did have fun doing it, but it was very stressful. Okay, those seem to be the only two questions. Let me hop back to chat. Hello, hello. What would have been the video you would have deleted if we reached the stretch goal? I don't know. We all kind of decided that we would wait for the stream to decide what that was going to be, because if we had already came in predetermined, then that wouldn't be as exciting. Although Pymations told us that he already knew which one he was going to delete if we got to that goal. So, I don't know. I probably would have been fine with a lot of my stuff being deleted because it's like a lot of my big videos are already re-uploaded to the dojo, so I wouldn't really be losing anything. When will you do an IRL blog? I probably won't. That doesn't sound like something I would do. How old are you? That's irrelevant, but I'm 22 years old. I know, shocker. I thought he's in his 30s. No, I'm in my early 20s. I'm barely old enough to drink. In the United States, I should add. Will you get Alan Becker to co-host for the next 15 Matt? Dunno. I'll figure that out later. Did you determine how judging worked ahead of time? It was kind of predetermined how it worked in the 2022 15 Matt from last year. And I admit it was very hasty this year. I think that's the only other thing that I would really change from this last. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff that I would like to add, but if I were to change anything, it would be the not making people fearful that it would be the last 15 Matt, but also letting the judges have their time to speak before setting up a poll. That was definitely an oversight. But generally how it's supposed to go is that we watch the two animations, the three hosts will make their verdict, we'll poll in the judges will commentate, and they'll discuss the animation, and then the poll will go up, and then with all of that information that they have been given, the viewers will then make a decision, and if it's a 50-50, then the judges will be the tiebreaker since there's 5 of them. So that's how it was supposed to work, but it was rushed most of the time. So, and that's on me. I take full blame for that. I think it would be a good idea to stream on Twitch and YouTube for more traction, assuming your network can handle that. Oh, I used to. I definitely used to. I just don't like Twitch. I did it for a long time, and it proved more beneficial for me to move everything over to Twitch instead of... for me to move everything over to YouTube instead of streaming both on Twitch and YouTube. Because then I was able to more streamline my audience. YouTube is where most of them came anyway. And everyone who did watch on Twitch would end up just watching over on YouTube either way. And I don't see how useful or impactful it would be to continue streaming on Twitch. The only plus that I would get is getting rated by Gilded Guy. That would be like the big event, or the only thing that would motivate me to continue streaming on Twitch. And even then, it got to a point where it didn't really matter if he rated, because everyone from his stream already pretty much knew who I was. So, and then on top of that, it's just a lot more difficult to be discovered on Twitch than it is on YouTube. The algorithm for YouTube's discovery is much more friendly. On Twitch, you pretty much already have to be popular for people to give a shit. So, you know. Greetings from Venezuela. I don't understand everything you say, but I enjoy your voice. Thank you. And hello, I hope you enjoy from Venezuela. Just joined what's happening. I'm just talking mostly about the 15-minute animators tournament. You know. All right. I think we'll wrap up discussion on 15 Matt. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff over the last year or two that's been on my mind, and there's been a lot of stuff that I've been working towards rather. And I mean, last year, about a year ago now, today is when like a lot of crazy stuff started happening. I got, I had the opportunity of appearing on a Rubber Ross Gartic phone stream. I got to meet Pymations for the first time in real life, and we had dinner together. It was nice. Then I had the 50-minute animators tournament, and that also was an incredible experience. And on top of that all, I technically, at that point, became a full-time YouTuber. So, for those of you who do not know and are not aware, I work full-time for Alan Becker, and it has been about a year since I have started working full-time for Alan Becker, and it has been pretty great. I've learned a lot. It's been very fun working with him. I've gotten to talk to a lot of really cool people. It was, I mean, fuck, I don't even know, man. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start with all of that, because it was so much happened in such a short period of time. Like, I got hired by Alan, I met Pymations, I had that 15-minute animators tournament that year, and, you know, I had flown Crab out, saw him for the first time, and did a big charity stream like that. That was huge for me. And then the Rubber Ross stream, like that's, man, that was, wow. I watched your animations on Pseudomemo when I was 10 to 11 years old. I'm currently 18. Fuck. There's no way it's been that long. That's not possible. Wait, hang on. I started animating in... Okay, but when was I on Pseudomemo? I was on Pseudomemo in 2015. No, 2014. 2014. Damn. Thumbnail looks like an apology video. It got you to click, though. Got you to click. And now you're stuck. There's no way that you can leave the stream. Still can't believe I met you when I was like 13. Man. Stop saying stuff like that. Hi, Krav. How are you doing? Are you feeling any better? I know you were sick when you left, and I know you were beginning to feel better. Are you feeling all right? Can you recommend me a website where I can buy a laptop? Nope. Because I haven't done that myself. I'm more of an off-the-shelf kind of guy. I don't trust myself to build a computer, and I don't trust a lot of websites to deliver, at least without damaging something, or at least have some issues. I think I saw the Rubber Ross Gartic phone vid. You guys did an amazing job. Thank you. I think I had a very small impact, a very minor impact on that video, but I wish that there were VODs of those videos, because I'd love to go back and watch the whole thing. And I could join more, but I just don't have time with how long those things end up being. So, yeah. Oh, well. I'm honestly glad I found your channel. Crazy how much progress you've made through the years, and I'm glad I was here to witness it all. Yeah. It's weird to think about other people enjoying my content to a point that I impact their lives, or that they feel a certain way about me. I don't know. If Ross needs Gartic fodder, I'm free. I'll let him know. I'll let him know. Because I think he is looking for people to invite to the Gartic streams. I got you, Ent. Yeah, I've been working with Alan for about a year now. That's been fucking crazy. The first project that I got to help out with was the King. It was the season 3 finale of the Minecraft shorts. And boy, did he throw me in the fucking deep end of the pool to start. Man, that was insane. I mean, since then we have evolved on the team, and now it feels more like I'm Alan's boss sometimes than he is mine. Although admittedly, we mostly just we chit chat. We discuss, we argue. I don't know if argue is the right term, but I do usually tell him what to do, and sometimes he'll disagree and be like, I think I should prioritize this instead. I'm like, yes or no. I'll pick and choose. It's weird working for someone a million times my size. Millions of times my size, man. Man. I mean, I'm grateful to be in the position. But it's a lot to think about sometimes. I'll just be sitting here with this awesome setup. Because my setup is fucking sick. I'll do a tour one day. But I'll just be sitting here, and if I start to think like, man, I wish I could be doing something else, and then I'll think like, well, no, I wouldn't rather be doing something else. The job I had before this, I was a chimney sweeper, and I hated my job. And now I get to do YouTube for a living. Like, what right do I have to complain? And honestly, if I can get a little sappy, it's because of you guys that I'm even here in the first place. That I even have this job. It's incredible. Man. Dude, I remember when you fell off a ladder. I remember that too. It was more than once, but yeah, it was scary. Very scary. You're cool and all, but I doubt Meme Dream saved someone's life. I mean, people enjoy it, so I won't remove it, but man, I fucking hate Meme Dream. Check DMs. I don't want to check DMs. I'm going to check them on mobile because otherwise they're going to show up on that monitor. And I don't trust you that much, Krav. And you are fully welcome to take offense to that. I was correct I was in the right to look at it on my phone. Very, very happy that I looked at it on my phone and not on the stream. Oh, man. Kind of sucks that not many people know you. Sure, maybe like 27k or so is pretty good. But I feel you deserve so much more, all the effort you put into the animations. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. I agree. No. I feel like, I mean, I do, to some degree, agree with you that I deserve more, but it just feels wrong to say that. It makes me feel cocky, but I know that I've put in a lot of effort. And I'm also well aware of why I haven't blown up on YouTube here. It's because I'm in a very niche community doing something that appeals to very few people. And that's okay. At this point, I'm just doing what I love to do. And I know that eventually, if I wait long enough, I will be very successful doing this. Though that's not my main goal. My main goal is to just have fun with what I'm making, and the rest will figure itself out. But I'm not, I mean, I love working on projects 24/7. Whenever I have free time, I'm always working on something, but I'm not going to try and play YouTube. Excuse me? Computer. But yeah, it is what it is. Ba-da-doo. You're gonna collab with CG5 or something, and boom. I mean, would that really have an impact? I'm already working full-time for Alan. I've met Pymations. He made a video. I was in that announcement video that he made for 15 Mad as well. Not that anyone knew. I don't know. I guess until like I get direct collaborations with people that I'm probably not going to blow up. But I don't know if I want to blow up. I feel like I'd rather just have a steady growth because it seems to be more sustainable. And you know, whenever people start to blow up, they get a lot of targets on their back. Not that there's something I need to be scared of, but I mean, who wants people to try and look for their faults and point it out to the public? It's like, yeah, everyone's gonna have something fucking wrong with them. Everyone's done something shitty. So I think if I take the slow route and gain popularity slowly, and maybe it'll go better. We'll find out. How's Gravity coming along? That's a good question. That was one of the subjects that I wanted to talk about. It's in a bit of a rough patch at the moment, unfortunately. But it is on the way. We ran into a bit of a hiccup. We invited somebody. I'm not going to name who they are, and if you know who they are, I ask for you to keep it anonymous because I have a feeling that members of the community might act hostile towards them for causing a delay. But please just be respectful. I will give my full context. Gravity is a bit of a halt at the moment. We invited one person, and they presented a lot of great feedback. Perhaps too much feedback. They came into the project as a spectator because I wanted to show them everything and just, you know, I wanted other people to see it, and if they had any small comments, then they could provide them. But this person, they cared a lot about the concept. They cared a lot about Gravity coming into it, more than I had anticipated. And they decided to read through everything, and they have their own project that's going very well for themselves. They know what they're talking about. And they take their project a lot more seriously than I do Gravity. Not to say that I'm not taking Gravity seriously, but in comparison, everyone that works on Gravity, we're all volunteers. No one's getting paid for their work, and we're all just trying to have fun. We're not aiming to make something perfect. We're just trying to have some fun and see what happens. So this individual, they come in and start critiquing everything about the project. And it's because they care. I don't want to phrase it as if they're the bad guy, but what ended up happening was, with all of this critique that just kept piling on top of each other, a large majority of the team, of the Gravity team, started to get super anxious, and it caused them to start to panic and feel like, oh, we don't know what we're doing. We have no idea what we're doing. We're not an actual studio, which is true. We're not an actual studio, nor were we trying to be. And so I think that's where a lot of miscommunication came from. And this big conflict between people panicking and trying to turn this into something very professional caused me to freak out and distance myself from the project for a period. And then it had taken me a while to really figure out why I was distancing myself from the project, because I didn't want to make it seem like I was denying any criticism. But it definitely got to a point where I stopped having fun with it. And then I had realized, you know, taking a look back of why I was doing this in the first place. If I'm not having fun with it, I'm not going to work on it. That's, at the end of the day, if I'm not having fun with any project, I drop it, even if I've already announced it. And that's not to say that Gravity is being canceled. It will continue. But I did have to vocalize those thoughts to the team, and hopefully a lot of them understand now that instead of panicking, taking a million steps back and trying to start from ground zero and square one, instead we'll just take a couple steps back, evaluate, change a few things, add a few things, and then go forward. And if we run into a hiccup, then we solve it. No production is going to go smoothly, no matter how much you prepare. So I think for our team that it's better that we just kind of take it in strides, and if we run into an issue, we can address it so long as things are still moving. So I think a lot of people got scared by seeing so much critique come in all at once. And you know, some people left the project for it. They, you know, this individual felt very, they felt very strongly about their opinions coming into the server. And again, I don't want to fault them for it, but I do think that they came in with too much of a critical mindset to the project. Like they came into this expecting Spider-Verse. So, and of course they care about the project, which is why they critiqued it. But I think maybe there could have just been more communication. So at the moment, where Gravity stands, we're still evaluating some parts of the story and the script and making sure that everything flows cohesively, and that there's a very clear plot and lesson and a theme throughout the movie. And aside from that, we're like around 33% done with the storyboards. We'll probably have to go back and redo some, but pretty decent progress still. Whenever we do get the story wrapped up and finished, I feel very strongly that we'll be able to... Okay, I see my friends are going to abuse this monitor. Oh, pardon me. I have a feeling that whenever the story does get finished, that the storyboards are going to be... they're going to take a short period of time to finish. They will be finished quickly, and then from storyboards, we'll be able to just knock everything out. Hopefully, that's the idea. All right, guys. So that's what's going on with the Gravity movie. It's not stopped, but it is delayed. I will be returning back to it. I won't speak on what the critique was. I will worry about that on my own time. How do you feel about all the screenshots of 15 Matt hot sauce incident? It's fine. We all knew it was going to happen. At least I knew it was going to happen. I can't speak for Crab or Mike. God damn it. How are they finding this shit? Okay, you know what? Okay, that's not going to solve it. There. Ha. Try that. I'm not really in your community, but I find it hilarious that you stole the identity of many people within your niche. Yeah, the whole face reveal incident, that was silly. Ironically, that was the way that that I got my job. As Alan Becker saw that I was doing all of these face reveals, and he thought like, wow, this guy could organize. Like, really, he's really good at talking to people. He seems pretty extroverted in the community. He seems like he can get stuff done. And then a few months later, he reached out and was like, "Hey, you want a full-time job?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah, dude." Man. Oh man. All right. What else? What else? How do you guys feel about the music that I've been releasing? Because I feel like there's a large portion of my audience that doesn't care for it at all, and then there's a smaller portion that cares about it a lot. So how many of you here in this stream chat? How many of you care about it? Hello, OP. How are you? Hope you're doing good. Really? That's what you guys are doing in the voice chat? You're just moving around over there? You guys are Yeah, like I could just do that. Oh no, what do they do now? You're gonna start pinging me, and then the little Discord icon's gonna turn yellow or something. Your music is really good. Still a fan. Casual enjoyer. Bangers. The short you posted of you singing it was awesome, but your posture kind of killed me. Yeah, I posted. I was working on that really late at night because I couldn't go to sleep. So, the fun little short though. It was interesting. I uploaded that short yesterday, and it started off doing very poorly. Like no one was looking at it, and the only comment that I had gotten for hours was someone on Twitter just commented, "What?" So I was like, "Oh man, that hurts. That fucking hurts." And then I woke up the next morning, and then it's got like a shit ton of views on YouTube, and then people are taking it really well. So just had to give it some time. Why did you pick DistroKid compared to the others? I had gotten a few recommendations for it before, and I had done a bit of research before. And their year-long plan is very fucking cheap. That's really it. That's the big reason. I want to be in one song one day. I would recommend that you try and make your own music, and if I think that you're good at it, I will eventually collaborate with you. Crumbling Stars is my favorite. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of very wholesome comments recently of people just stumbling onto that it really just strikes home with them. Those are very, 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 very fun comments to read. I don't know, man. I've been enjoying making music. It's really fun. It's been a medium that I've always wanted to dabble in since I was a little kid. I've always had a knack for musical talent. And I've been singing for as long as I can remember, though only recently could I say that I've really started to get good. And even now, like, I'm not the best, but, you know, I'm not the worst. And I did a bunch of rap battles for a while, like epic rap battles of history. I did a bunch of my own fan battles. I participated in some of my friends' rap battles. And I produced some of my own beats, and they were all right. They weren't anything to write home about. They were pretty bad. Some of them you could listen to it, and the other ones were borderline terrible. But it gave me a start, and after a while, I kind of realized, like, maybe music isn't for me. Maybe animation is the lane that I got to focus on. But over time, I started to find more and more music that just kept inspiring me. So then I was like, I'm gonna give it another shot. That was the Imposter song. That was the first one. As I hit imposter syndrome real bad, and I thought the best way to tackle imposter syndrome was to make myself get very uncomfortable with the content that I was making, but try and tackle it as if I was being very confident in it, you know, not doubting myself as much. That was the whole point. And it turns out that a lot of people like it, though I will say I will be re-recording the vocals soon and uploading them to Spotify and such. But I can't listen to it. The vocals sound fucking awful and the mixing is terrible. So I'm going to redo it myself now that I know how to. And then I will upload it for all streaming services. Sing some Death Grips one day? That doesn't sound nice. Music Mickey's good. I like it. Not too long ago, I found your SoundCloud and found the creative song. Final say, it's good and great. The creative song is one that I was going to make a music video for. I really gamer. Creative, I don't really like it as much anymore. It feels too happy for me. I don't know. It feels cringe happy now that I listen to it, but I'll upload it to Spotify pretty soon here, or all streaming services, because there are people who I think would enjoy it. It is still catchy, just not my best work. Your songs have kind of a Jack Stauber vibe. I don't know who that is, but cool. Also, hello, Diango. It has been a minute. How have you been? Funniest thing, one of your most popular shorts is the Gravity short, and I 100% am convinced it's because of the thumbnail. Oh, for sure. Definitely. It's got boobs in the thumbnail. But I couldn't even choose the thumbnail, so that was just luck. You haven't watched Jack Stauber? If I have, I just don't recognize the name, but I might have. Just wait until a random company copyrights your music. I don't think they can. They cannot. If I have done my research properly, they cannot. They can try, but I could strike back pretty easily. Now that I have the tools. What's your favorite collab / soundline you've done? Probably, someone probably already asked this question, but I haven't heard the answer. I haven't gotten that question in a long time, actually. I mean, it's probably something from the Ultra Combo Fun collab. Not collab, no, the Ultra Combo Fun video that I did. I guess it was technically a collab. I had Blue Anims do a little bit. Why am I so out of focus, bro? Come on, get back here. There we go. I think Shane's soundline is the most catchy. It's probably the best soundline that I've ever made. And if I had to choose from a collab, it would probably be Aerial Master, just in its entirety. It's such a fun soundline. The whole video is synced so well. Are you forcing yourself to stream, or are you streaming because you're bored? No, I'm not. I mean, I'm enjoying this. I've been planning to do this. I knew after 15 Matt, I wanted to do this kind of stream where I just kind of sit and talk about stuff that's been going on. Like, you know, not like a Let's Chill stream. Those are much more casual. This one's just like, I talk about what's going on in my life a lot. And, you know, go back the last couple years, the stuff that's really been on my mind. So, how many people have done the soundline, by the way? I don't know. I haven't looked. I have not had the time to look. I've been very busy. Booba. No. I went to the gym today, and I just today I did me and my girlfriend are starting a competition where whoever loses fewer pounds at the end of the month, for every month that we do this challenge for, they have to buy the other something. We don't know what, just a random present. So my motivation is work out and then get something for it. So, have you made an animated movie? No, but I'm in the progress of making one. Do you have a link named the song in the preview for the new collab? It is by Creo, C-R-E-O. It is a song called, and I quote, Rock Thing. That is what they named it. I usually try and leave it out of the trailers, just because I want it. I don't want it to be to act as a spoiler for the rest of the collaboration. But if you want to enjoy it, I'm not going to stop you from enjoying it. Let me see the muscles. They were much more present when I was chimney sweeping. But do I even have muscles? Do I? It's covered mostly in fat, but it's there. Just take my word for it. Just take my word for it. They buy you a burger for a reward for working out. I think that's a rule that we're gonna have to make, is that it has to be something material. It can't be food. It has to be something that lasts. Your oxom, your muscles should be showing. I'm just hiding them, man. I'm preserving them for the arm wrestling season, whenever that is. Did you ever been in Bahamas with cruise lines before? No. I hate the ocean. I hate the ocean. I hate the ocean. A lot. Yeah. Cruise is bad. Yes. It's like a hotel, but you can't leave. It just sounds like it sucks. Bring back push-up redemptions, please. No, I don't think I will. And you can't do that on YouTube anyway, unfortunately. Yeah, no, people would abuse the push-ups too much. Well, why? I have fear of the ocean. I'm not gonna go farther than that. I just hate the fucking ocean. It scares me. It fucking sucks. What do you work as? I'm Alan Becker's production manager. That is my job. Does Igor still animate for the Alan Becker team? Did he animate for the Alan Becker team ever? Because he doesn't, at least not currently. And we've talked to him about it. But he does not want to animate for us. Yeah, he only does sound work. I'm okay with like lakes, rivers, and the such, and pools. I'm a fan of water activities. I just hate the ocean. Alrighty. What do you guys... I want you guys' opinions on something, because I want to talk about this for a bit. Do you watch the Dojo channel anymore? Like, legit, here, I'll start a poll, even. Boom. New poll. Only when a friend uploads. Rarely, not really. I do if the content is good. No beach. No, I hate beaches. Unless it's like a lake beach, then that's fine. U2's a 10 to 360 plushie limited time whenever I get an audience, a much larger audience. I haven't in a while, it doesn't come up in my recommendations. There's sometimes good ones on the Dojo, but not as much anymore. I only watch it if it has a good thumbnail and name that's a good animator, or somebody tells me it's good. I watch the Dojo channel sometimes, but only for videos I've already seen, and sometimes stumble across something mildly interesting. Casually, I check out the Dojo, what's new from time to time. I can't stand current Dojo. It's in a state where it feels like it's given up on actually wanting to archive an active community, and it's just a sad place. It's an interesting take on it. It's an incorrect take, but I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. I usually just watch the original channels upload. True, too. I don't think I watch it a lot. TBH, the Dojo was awesome in the past, in my opinion. However, it kind of got repetitive, and I just stopped. It was all the same, so I didn't see the point. Interesting. Oh, wow, but that poll... Okay. Interesting. I just wish uploads were both more rare and higher quality. I think that is ultimately the issue. Because back when the Dojo was getting a lot of attention, it uploaded like 2 times a week if you were lucky. But it would try and keep it to like 1 per week. And it was, most of the time it was pretty high quality. It was high quality stuff. But I have the feeling that Hyun's in a position where he's having trouble finding those good animations. And he has to resort to finding the lower quality animations. And then in doing so, the standards have dramatically lowered. And then to try and compensate for the lower views, he uploads more frequently. But then that just makes the content a lot more stale. is my take on it. I don't know the whole story, and I kind of want to make it a part of my goal for this next year, to help the dojo get back to the growth that it was seeing. Because the dojo it used to be a really strong place for the stick figure community to grow, and now it's split off into so many directions, and now the dojo community channel is just a mess. It just kind of feels like Hyun uploads anything. You submit something to the forum, and if it's mildly good, then he'll upload it. I really think the biggest issue is the frequency of uploads. And because of the frequency of uploads, he just kind of uploads whatever is on the forum. So it disappoints me a bit. I would like to talk with him about it. I'll discuss it a little bit here, but I guess like everyone kind of has the same idea, right? It's not just me. And I'm sure Hyun has his reasons for doing things the way that he is. But I feel like the way that he's treating the dojo channel is hurting the community in a way. I don't want to say that he's doing it intentionally, and I don't want to start any kind of drama with it. I think it's an interesting point of discussion, and I would like to pitch my hand in to help if possible, if he would accept it. I will definitely talk to him about it at some point, because I care a lot about the dojo, and just kind of seeing it fade into obscurity is a little depressing. Isn't Hyun busy with the game? No, that's mostly Pluto's priority, and Pluto is having family. He's focusing on family at the moment. Hyun, I believe, is mostly there for assistance and animation and marketing. So. There's nothing left to inspire to in the dojo, not actual eye appeal. I just think it's because we see a lot of the same thing. We need to encourage a lot of new... We need a new age in the dojo. For a long time, like there was the stick page era, and then there was the new dojo era, and then there was, I think, what people call the cuspers, which is the era that I grew in, is when the dojo started getting really almost mainstream, pretty much. And I feel like we're kind of starting a new generation, but the start of it feels really way too broad. I really just think the dojo accepts too much on the YouTube channel, because I remember when I first discovered it, and it felt like the dojo channel was where the best of the best animators were. And the truth is, the best animators move on. It's just an unfortunate reality, and it could just be really difficult to find the new faces of the community. I don't know what I would call this era. I feel like we're still trying to really find and define what this era could be. But whatever direction it's headed in, I don't like it. I think maybe the era could be defined with the dojo putting a lot of emphasis on the Discord server. It could be defined by the massive influx of stick nodes animations getting featured on the YouTube channel. It could be fully about stick nodes, because they've been growing a lot over the last year or two. At least we have Gilded Guy. Yeah, don't get me wrong, there's still a lot of really big stick figure animators, but unfortunately, the whole reason that a lot of animators leave stick figures is because they use it as a stepping stool to get into the industry. If you're spending so much time in learning this craft and animation, chances are you're not going to try and become a YouTuber. Not saying that it's bad if you do, because obviously for some of us it does work out, myself included. But that's not the goal for a lot of these animators. Guzu, for example, was one of the most top-tier animators in the stick figure community, and now he is strictly doing professional studio-level work. And no complaint to him. And you could say the same thing to like pretty much every other big popular stick figure animator that is now come and left. is they all just use stick figures as a way to practice their craft and how they're doing other stuff. Which again is fine. It's totally fine. I think we just need to truly define what the new era is. Because I know this community can be... I have a feeling the stick figure community is going to see a similar rise in popularity that FNF saw, that Madness saw. It's just a matter of bringing us back closer to the mainstream like we were. And again, I feel like the dojo has a big part to play in that. There's such a big channel, but at this point, they're so often disregarded. You know, it doesn't feel like a closed-off group of people anymore. You know, that's never what it was. But let's all admit, when we first discovered Hyun's dojo, that felt like something only the best of the best would be able to be a part of. And then discovering that you could participate in it as the community and have the chance of getting your own stuff featured, that was a part of the adrenaline. Now it's so easy to get your stuff featured on the dojo channel. It's too easy. It's way too easy. And I think Hyun's kind of gone into the state of accepting that. And I don't want to criticize him for it. I don't know everything that's going on in his life, and I don't want anyone else to go over and be like, Hyun, you're accepting all this low-level, underqualified crap. I'm sure he has his reasons. And again, I'd love to discuss it with him, but I can't help but feel like we could be doing better. And I want to be a part of returning us to our peak in the community instead of simmering out and the rest of our content becomes stale. So I get the comment a lot of how I'm carrying the community, and I've been getting that comment more and more as the years go on, and I don't like it. It was very nice at first, very nice to get that comment. It was very validating. Now it feels like it feels less like people are appreciating my work and saying that I'm a pillar to be looked up to in the community, which just saying that out loud makes me feel fucking obnoxious. But I appreciate it. But it feels more like people rely on the stuff that people like that are big as me in the community release for the community to even stay alive. I think I saw somewhere, I'm not going to specify where, I do know where though, but I saw somewhere that someone who has a lot of power in the community say that really the only time that this community gets attention is when someone like Gilded Guy, Hatena, Soapy, or Hyun do anything. And those were the 4 names that they mentioned. And they had significance in the community, so it's hard to discredit them, but I don't want to specify who it was. I don't know. I don't like the idea that if the 4 of us leave the community, then it just kind of crumbles, because there's so much to offer with this community. Aren't they doing the rank system in the Dojo Discord server? They are. They introduced it and said that they would start to do a lot of stuff with it, and they proceeded to not do anything with it. If anything, it just became a large point of controversy and conflict in the community. And it 100% was. I was a part of it as well. I caused a lot of controversy myself. So I can't say it like I didn't have control over it, but I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of really talented people haven't uploaded their stuff just yet since it's not finished. That could be it. I also don't feel like we're looking for all of the good animators. So I just recently announced my next Synced collab. And it has received a lot of positive feedback instantly. With almost like nothing before. I barely teased this. The only people who really knew about this were people who were already fans of my content and saw me live stream progress of me animating it. aside from that, I didn't really say anything about the big ol' sync joint. And when it got announced, people started blowing up about it, being like, "Oh, Atena's back! I've been here, first of all." I think, I don't know. It's interesting to see the reaction. I think that's really what caught my eye. And now that we've included the collab forums in the Dojo Discord, I want to try and streamline that, because I know collaborations are a great way to grow in the community. And people just have not been utilizing it that much. So I really want to start advocating for the Dojo forums on the Discord. As much as I wish it was closer in similarity to the website version, it's all right. It's a good start. There's things that can be improved, but most of the things that we would have to improve on, we can't, because it's Discord limitations. Which was the plus side of having a website to host all that stuff on, but no one goes to the website anymore. So, yeah. I don't even want to talk about the rank system. Man, it's just so silly. If Dojo rank wasn't a problem, it will be. Just wait in a few months. That seems very ominous. It seems like you're planning something. I think the Dojo ranking system can be beneficial if they used it. They haven't done anything with it, and I don't know if they're planning on doing something and it's just taking them a long time, but I feel like they could have had a lot more prep coming into it to really sell it home. Because they just kind of announced it and then did nothing. That was it. They just kind of announced it, they balanced it, and that was it. And they teased that they would be doing a lot with the ranking system, and they proceeded to do absolutely nothing with the ranking system. So, yeah, they said a big tournament was going to happen with all the Shoguns, and when's that going to happen? Who knows? Who knows? Whenever they get to it. That's the thing. We have no idea. And it's not in a good way we have no idea. We just have no idea. There's no reason to check back in frequently, because for all we know, it could be years from now, like when Dojo 2.0 is promised. So. Make 15 Mat the Oni tournament. That's something that I've been thinking about a lot, is the difference between 15 Mat and the ranking system. Because the reason that I personally don't like the ranking system is how it makes animation and art competitive. And then I got myself knee deep into that conversation, and I backed myself up into a corner, and then it was time to host 15 Mat, which is an animation competition, inherently. But I feel like the two are completely different from each other, right? But how? I don't know. It's interesting. Because I feel like they're different. Or maybe I'm just a hypocrite. I have no idea. Rank system was advertised as not required to have, which was probably one part of the controversy. There was a lack of communication and confusion when they put the rank behind the collabs channel. Yes, and we changed that, because I got pissed at that. So you no longer have to have a rank to participate in the collabs section. We have a new system for that. I feel like Dojo Duels should be advertised a lot more. They did very well when they launched it. And they didn't really have, it was kind of like a self-fulfilling environment. You know, no one really had to advertise it. It would advertise itself. But now, like, they're just so frequently uploaded. It's a frequency issue. Anyway. It's interesting, but I don't want to just talk negatively about the dojo. I would like to help the dojo grow back to what it was originally achieving. It was growing at a very rapid pace, and now it's struggling to get like 10,000 views a video or something like that. I don't have the numbers, but I know there's something that can be done, and I would be looking into it. Speaking of Dojo Duels, I haven't heard a single lore from them in the past few years. What does that mean? Did they do like a lore thing, or are you just talking about like good videos? Well, I'm gonna go for 15 more minutes. My voice is getting tired, and I am tired. But this was good. This was a fun stream. So if y'all have any last minute questions, feel free to ask. I mean, did anyone do anything with the lore drops? Because I never heard anything about it. They only did a world video, and that's it. Yeah, I tune into those occasionally, but I don't really care. Like, they can have their own world, and they can, you know, do their events in it. The dojo lore shit, the Sierra stories, whatever, is not for me. I didn't give a shit. If I don't finish my redo part for Big Ol' Sync Joint, can you just use my old part? Yep. It's what I will use until I get a new file. If I don't get a new file, then your old one gets used. Pardon me. At the end of the day, the best we can do is just improve and see what happens. I think it's a little more than improve. That's pretty vague. I think more so we have to be more picky with what we feature. And I think the Google form submissions thing to get featured onto the dojo is too cheap. It's too easy to get featured now. I think that's a big issue. They're That King thing collab with Dojo Lore. That's the closest thing we have. Even that's been going on for so long, dude. When is that gonna end? Man, yeah, King Cross, that's what it was. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm going to continue hosting a lot of really cool events. I'm going to become more deeply ingrained in the community, inevitably. I'm going to love doing it anyway. I just don't want people to rely on me. I don't want people to think that I'm one of the big pillars anymore. I want there to be more. I want there to be someone who can take over. Not that I would be looking forward to being taken over, but I want to see more people be introduced to the community. It's the whole fun part of it. When are we getting a house tour, Hatena? You don't need that. You don't need that. I'll do an office tour pretty soon here. I'll upload it on my second channel because I've been working a lot on my office. I'm going to fix that shit finally. That shit's been like that for so long, the uneven foam panels. I will fix that. And then once I fix that, I will do a video touring around my office and showing you everything, how I have everything set up, as well as my file organization. because I am a nerd about that stuff. So if you're a nerd about this stuff too, feel free to watch that video. I just want to do something fun with the community. Yeah. I don't know. I think I want to have... I really just want to have a discussion with Hyun and talk about it with him and see what we can do. How's your day today? Hope you're doing good. I've been tired all day. I don't know why. I mean, well, okay. Last couple days have been exhausting, that's why. But I wanted to do the stream anyway. I like the dojo to turn into a state where there are more higher quality uploads at a lower pace, community events and collabs, and overall just more attention. Well, the attention, I believe, will come with that sort of stuff. If it feels like the dojo uploads are more rare and infrequent, and in turn high quality, then we're going to see another increase in viewership, right? That's the natural growth. There could be something that I'm missing. Maybe Hyun's listening to me right now and he's formulating a long response. No, he's probably off doing his own thing. But I'd love to discuss it with Hyun and see... I don't know, I just want to talk about it. Okay, here's an idea. Something that I had pitched during the end of the 15-minute Animators Tournament. Because I thoroughly enjoyed the energy that we had there of me, Crab, and Mike sitting there, and Kat, my girlfriend, giving us questions from chat. It was like a live podcast, very interactive with the community. What if we had something like that where like the higher ups in the community, that sounds wrong, but like, you know, the popular people in the community, it sounds fucked up, but just bear with me. The people who are well respected in this community get featured on like a live podcast where the audience gets to ask questions. Would that work? Would that be fun? I don't know. I'll talk about that with him. The aristocracy. I don't know. Maybe the terms and the words that I used were not appropriate, but the idea is there. Didn't y'all had a podcast before? Yes, so funny story about that. It was called the Dojo Cast. It was ran by, I think it was Bepler and Mav Mighty. But Bepler kind of dipped from the community. He went to do his own thing. And since then, like I've asked Hyun, like, hey, what if we just like picked up the Dojo Cast and continued that? And he was all like, oh no, we'd have to get permission from like Bepler and Mav to do that. And you know, Bepler's just like out. He's not even in the community anymore. So at this point, I'm tempted to just make a new podcast, not Animacast, but to make a brand new podcast solely on the dojo. I'll fucking host it. I'll host the shit. We'll make it monthly. We'll do it fucking monthly. Just one live 1 hour, 2 hour live stream where we discuss whatever the hell we want and we take questions from chat. I think that would be fun. I think people would dig that. I want to see if we can do 1, 2, or 3 and see if people really enjoy them. And if they do, fantastic. We'll keep doing them. I'd be more than fine with that. And if it can get to a point where it's not focused around me or it doesn't rely on me to host it, that's ideal. That's absolutely ideal. You'll have a podcast on the dojo every month, or to try at least. I will discuss it with Hyun. That's one of the things that I want to talk to him about. Because I had that idea on the 15 Mat stream, and right after saying it, I was like, ooh, wait, that's good. Wait, that's good, because this is nice, and people seem to dig it. But I'm curious if it would work without the intense marketing that 15 Mat had. We definitely have like an announcement, but I think I'd like to do a soft launch to see what the general response would be. No, I think a soft launch might just kill it, because people wouldn't even know it exists. I don't know. That's something I think that I want to try. And at this point, I feel like I'm at a point where I can just tell Hyun that I'm going to do something, and he'll just be like, okay. He's way too chill. I think that's kind of an issue. Being the leader of this community, I can suggest something, and he's just like, yep, Do it. I swear, the first time that I had pitched 15 Matt to him, he was way too chill about it. I was expecting like a bunch of other discussion, but I came to him with this big pitch in the form of like a wall of text being like, hey man, just curious, I have this idea for like, what if a bunch of animators got together and it was a tournament, and each round they had to animate a prompt within 15 minutes. I gave him the whole pitch. It was a long line of text, and he just responds, yeah, sure, that sounds cool, or something along those lines. I don't remember the exact response, but it was short, and he pretty much just said, yeah. So from one message, no further discussion, I got greenlit, essentially. I feel like he can be too chill, and it's great. It's great that he's really chill. He's very easy to talk to. He's a very fun guy. But when it comes to hosting a community, I feel like with stuff like that, there has to be more of a discussion. It feels like you're just kind of letting anything happen on the channel. And maybe it's just that he trusts what I do, but I don't feel confident in that answer. I feel like he shouldn't have a bias just based on whoever he's talking to, you know? Still can't believe how good your Hatena impression is. I know, man, I'm doing a good job. Hyun's that cool teacher that the kids walk over, LMAO? Maybe. Can you give me advice about something? It's about collabs. Sure, ask away. I feel he's more like, don't just say it, do it. Next to he has that vibe. Yeah. I don't know, but I from personal experience, it feels like he just lets people do anything. Hyun used to religiously practice. I can't do the voice, man. My voice is it's going. It's getting very dry. I should have brought my fucking water in. I have my water in here. Holy shit. They heard me. I should have been drinking this the whole time. My throat feels like shit right now. You know, we might go for another 30 minutes. Or maybe not. I don't know. I might just spontaneously end the stream. Who knows? I'm like a bomb with no timer. Hyun is waiting for that new leader. Oh, come on, man. I don't want to believe that. I have an idea for collab that's really cool, but IDK had to tell people about it. What do I do? So on the Dojo Discord, there is a collabs chat where you can just discuss your ideas. Go there. Go there, talk about it. People will respond. I want to pitch my idea for Hyun, to Hyun for next 15 Matt, if I get the opportunity. Not anytime soon, obviously. Leave that to me. I would like to get Hyun more involved in the process of 15 Matt, because at the moment, how it stands, I ask him if we're, for reassurance, if we're still good to do it this year. And he'll just say yes. And then pretty much everything is on my shoulders from that point on. He'll help like advertise it whenever I have something ready. Other than that, he doesn't do a whole lot until the very stream happens. So if that continues for the next year, you'll just be talking to me. But I would still like to get Hyun more involved in it. Question, is your collab sync? Yes, it is. It's called the big ol' sync joint. Nah, it's not. It's not synced. You crazy. All right. Yeah, my voice can't go on for another 30 minutes. Can I join? Unfortunately, and surprisingly, it's already full somehow. If I go to the page, it's already completely full. However, there is the inclusion of a wait list. Pardon me, man. Yeah, there is a wait list. So if someone does not finish their entry, which I guarantee you it's going to happen. It happens every single time I do one of these collabs. Then the first person on that wait list is the first person to get in. To replace them. You get the idea. Yeah, no, this collab so far has seen instant success. So people are very excited about this thing. Which brings me hope that maybe this community can be revived to what it once was. That sounds like a fucking D&D intro. Jesus. Yeah, if anyone's interested in participating in my collab, go to the Dojo Discord. They have a collaboration section. It's purple themed. And if you go to the forum, you'll find the big old sync joint. Wait, why is it called old? It should be old with the... I can change that, right? I am mod. Because that's not what it's supposed to be. Can I edit it? Edit post. It's supposed to be old. There we go. Now it's correct. Will you do those live streams where you play with the viewers again? What do you mean by play with the viewers? Can you expand on that? What animation software is your favorite, and is there an animation software you want to get but can't for some reason? Currently, I use Adobe Animate 2023, the most recent version, the most. I would love to try Toon Boom Harmony, but it's expensive, so I'm not. Thank you, Yanero, for the $2. It's poppin' Big H. Congrats on the 5K. Thank you. Appreciate it. I don't know why my alerts aren't working. I'll have to look into that again. Yay.
Pow.
Well, fuck you too, okay? As soon as I said... Whatever. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. That was big. Remember those crap game streams you did? Like that, I mean, I see. Issue is that most of the people who watch my streams, they come to just use it as background noise. That's what people use my streams for. I stream production for the most part. So whenever I do a gaming stream, it's too noisy, and they just don't. Like those streams do not perform nearly as well. So I'll still play games. Like I'm not gonna let the numbers completely guide whatever I want to stream. If I really want to stream something, I'll do it anyway. But I am a little more strategic about what I stream now. You have a good background noise voice. Thank you. I am aware. Yeah. I'm good at being background noise. But, you know, that's what people enjoy my streams for. It's why they come by. So, you know, I'm not gonna stop just because I want to do something different. You know, occasionally I'll still do something different, but I'm not gonna completely hard left and frequently do more of the louder streams. They'll still happen, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I'm stopping them. There's fewer of them. I'm glad the alerts reciprocate the same energy you do. Yeah. What happened to the boogie you wanted us to animate a few months ago? Still in production. It's just ambitious and 15 Matt took over my time. So now that my focus is going to be on Big Ol' Sync Joint, I'll be focusing on Gravity a lot more now again, and also various other projects. So, what's a question you hate answering? Like it always puts you in an awkward position. Well, that's a good question. I don't know. Is there one? I don't know. I don't think there is one. Not that I can think of. If you ask me it and I cringe at it, then I'll probably be like, oh, yep, that's it. But at the moment, I can't think of anything. I'm also a very blunt person. I have a very blunt personality. Yeah, I don't know. What programs do you use to animate? I use primarily Adobe Animate 2023 now, but I also have Adobe Flash CS6. I have Macromedia Flash 8 Pro. Other programs that I do use for videos in general, Swivel to export the animation files. I use Adobe Premiere for editing purposes. If you're asking music, I use FL Studio. For sound lines, I use Audacity. That's pretty much most of them. It's the big ones. Would you like to be the new leader of Hyun's dojo? It's not out of the picture, but it feels dishonest. I don't know. It feels like I'd be ripping the community. I don't know. Like, you know how Ed's world just kind of changed? Like, not just when Ed died, of course. And then Tom took management. He took lead of the project. And then once Tom was done, please focus on the camera, please. Hello. Focus. There we go. All right. Tom took lead on it for a while, and then Tom was done. And then Matt led it, and he currently leads it, and it just feels completely different. I know it's just a joke, but it's... Well, I think about it seriously every now and then because Hyun had left a comment on one of my tweets a while ago where he had said, this isn't it word for word, of course, but he had essentially said that, like, if for whatever reason he couldn't lead the dojo anymore, then I would be the person that he goes to. And I think about that a lot because it meant a lot to me. But I don't know if I would accept it. It would just feel weird. You know? What was the 9/11 of Hyun's dojo? Jesus, dude. My God. Hot take, Tom's era of Ed's world is better than Ed himself. I honestly agree. I wasn't going to say it because I was scared to say it, but if you're going to say it, I agree, bro. I love all the episodes that were led by Tom, and I think the Matt era is kind of cringy. And Ed's stuff was still good. I'm not gonna say that Tom's was the best and the rest was shit. I do personally think Matt's stuff is not up to par with what Ed and Tom have done. But it's also not exactly Matt's ballpark. It's not the kind of content that he usually would go to create. So he's kind of put himself in this weird position. So I'm not going to comment on Matt's don't know what the fuck he's doing with it, but I do agree. Tom's era was kind of the best. It was fun. It was fun. There was a lot of drama around it, of course, when it was being announced. The whole Eddsworld Legacy shit. But the episodes that came from it were all so good. I go back to watch those whenever I remember them. And still some of Ed's, but more so Tom's. Also, welcome, Luke HD. I've seen your little Gilded Guy animations. I don't remember the name of it. I know the name has been announced and stuff, but I don't remember it. How is that going? You are really fast at this sort of stuff, man. You're a quick animator. And I don't understand it. I heavily respect it, but like you'll post progress for one day, and then the next day it's like you did something that I could have done in a week, in a single day. 30%. Oh wow, that's. I mean, it's impressive. You are a machine. You're a monster. Do you have anyone else that works with you? Question, actually. I think I'd rather ask this. If I do this podcast idea with Hyun on the Hyun's Dojo YouTube channel, the live podcast idea, would you be willing to join? Luke HD. Anybody remembers Oxob? Yeah, he's still around. He's active in the community, but he doesn't post a lot anymore. He's busy. He's an arm wrestler. He's got a full-time job. Occasionally, he works with us for the Alan Becker team. So, my English is kind of meh, but maybe okay. I mean, I'm not waiting for an answer right now, but if it's something that we end up doing, just keep it in mind. I might reach out again. Robo Rebellion, welcome. Welcome. How are you, buddy? I know Oxob's doing Inktober stuff. He has been. Yeah, so he's a good artist. I think a lot of people don't realize how good of a fucking artist Oxob is, dude. Saw Oxob's face reveal. Can't believe you're Oxob and so many other animators too. I know, right, bro? That's me. Yeah, you know, in the face reveal I did for Oxob where I got a cramp, that was legit. I legit did. It's silly. I'm surprised he was fine with it. He had like no revision notes for that video before uploading it. I sent him the video. I'm pretty sure he was just like, yeah, just do whatever, after I had asked if I could do it. And I sent him the video and he was just like, cool. And then uploaded it. And it was just me going like, ooh, I'm Oxob. Maybe it's not just Hyun. Maybe everyone in this community is just cool with me doing whatever the fuck I want. Oh man. I wish more open collabs because I fear submitting an application and being rejected. Okay, so take it from the perspective of someone who hosts collabs where I can reject people. What I'm doing currently. If you get offended and you're scared at any critique or just someone saying that you're not skilled enough to join the collaboration, don't take that as a point of defeat. Take that as a point, it's like a checkpoint. Like you couldn't join at this point, but with some practice by the time that they did their next collab, maybe you can join then. But I mean, ultimately, if you don't like those kinds of collabs, not going to make you. But from my perspective, I think it can be viewed as very motivating to get rejected just to later on be accepted. Oh, pardon me. Maybe it would have been better if my channel was still Robot Richie. Well, I'll just call you Richie. And I hope that's okay because I'm just going to do that now. Why are animators usually the chillest motherfuckers? Because they got patience. Animators naturally have to have a lot of patience for their talent. How'd you start doing collabs? I mean, technically, it was back in Film Nintendo when collabs were a very frequent thing. But like the collabs that you know of, it started because I saw the Imitator collab. And then I wanted to start doing that on my own. What's up, everything good? Hi, Vibro. Welcome to the stream. Good job on the 15, Matt. Appreciate you for participating, man. Of course, as everyone else who participated. Except for Loonsar. Loonsar's in chat. I hate you. I hate everything you did. You thought that the prompt school was cool. Ha. No one's gonna let you live that down. It's the next yippity-doo-dah. Tried joining several collabs, only ever finished one entry. Gaining motivation sucks. Ultimately, if you don't like animating and it takes you forever to even find motivation, that could just be art block, but you could also just not enjoy it. And I feel like a lot of people just deny that and think that suffering is naturally a part of the process. No, you shouldn't have to suffer through your work. So just make sure you know what you want out of it. If it's been taking you a long time to find motivation to do animation since you've started animating and it's been years, maybe don't. Maybe try and search for something else to do and see if you enjoy it better. Try some things. Yeah. I'm hosting an open collab because I like seeing new people do stuff and put their best in it. Absolutely. I love Stuntman for that same reason. But I also like hosting closed-off application-based collaborations because then they can be a lot more centered, focused, and higher quality. With freeform collabs, it's a bit more difficult to maintain a consistent, higher quality. If I make a cool animation, will I host the next 15? Matt, who are you, bro? Sorry. Who even are you? I enjoy animating only some days. Other days I enjoy coding. Other days I hate coding. Other days I feel very neutral towards video editing. Yeah, I mean, it's similarly to me. I enjoy doing a lot of things. And I think a part of the reason that I enjoy doing a lot of things is because I can get burnt out on doing one thing, and then I can have something else to jump to. Like if I get tired of animating, I can focus more time on music, and if I get tired of music and animating, then I can host a collab. And then usually by the time that I'm tired of the collab, I can continue animating or doing music. And I enjoy doing all of those. I genuinely, I find my heart pumping, racing whenever I do those. So long as it's racing, I'm doing it right. And if it stops racing, I'm like, I'd rather do something else. It makes me feel more motivated and inspired. Advertise the new Berserk project. I need a lot of good animators to help out. I'll look into it. Never heard of it. I may or may not stream tomorrow. It totally depends on how my voice feels and if I have more energy than I do today. Latest, I will be back Saturday, because then I'll just have Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday I usually take off. I don't know. We'll see. Just can't get myself to start. Starting is the hardest part. Interesting. Do you know why that is? Is it because you just overthink the scope of the project? Because I feel like that's the reason a lot of animators would back out or be hesitant to start something. Or is it a lack of vision, maybe, perhaps? Oh, Plague, how's the SFCS thing going? Your little project you were showing us. Man, I said I would end the stream like 18 minutes ago, and here we are. I really should stop. My voice is gonna hate me. Just feels slow whenever I start. I need to animate like 5 frames, then time just flies. Yeah. How long have you been animating? Why your voice going away? Because I have been talking way too much recently. From the day before 15 Matt, I was talking a lot and working a lot. 15 Matt, obviously I was talking a lot. I was talking pretty much the entire day with no break. Yesterday I was talking a lot with Crab. I was also doing a lot of heavy lifting, bringing the desk and setting all this stuff back up, which in turn causes a lot of communication with each other. Pardon me. And then today I'm doing this stream, and I had a meeting today as well. The meeting wasn't too long, though, I suppose. I didn't really do a whole lot of talking before this, actually, now that I think of it. But I did go to the gym, so that probably affected it. Next time, get some tea or have something to drink while you chill with chat. I should have been drinking this the whole time. I just ran out, though. It was just kind of sitting over there out of my eye line. Or my vision. I don't know, bro. Maybe I'll host a collab in the future. Do you think an interactive choose-your-own-adventure collab with YouTube end screen can work? Similarly to Markiplier's choose-your-own-adventures, I assume, is what you're going for. I've had the idea as well. I might pursue it as well eventually. Though, of course, you're more than welcome to do it as well. I think it can work really well, though to make it a collab might be a bit more difficult. Because then you have to worry about making things cohesive, and you'd pretty much just be organizing a studio at that point. With multiple videos, making sure everything is consistent. Depends on how you host it. But I think it could work. The way that I was going to do a choose-your-own-adventure style animation would just come up with a stupid story and have a team of animators help me, but make sure that the whole thing is consistent. I wouldn't really call it a collab, but I think it could be done. Yeah, it entirely depends on how it's hosted, but I would be interested. Hell, if you would like hosting something like that's right up my alley. And if you would like a co-host, I would be interested in doing that with you. Or if you would like to do it solo, I totally understand. But I will hate you forever. No, you're good, man. I respect your work. I would enjoy getting the chance to work with you. I should get used to how dojo jobs work. I'm in the mindset of trying to get myself to be financially stable before working on videos and or animations. Yeah, that's smart. I mean, I'm not going to comment too much on that. I don't know too much from that perspective. Gamer, are you in the Dojo Jobs Discord server? Because it's a thing. Considering that you enjoy multiple forms of content creation, do you ever feel overwhelmed wanting to do several things all at once? I suffer from having many things trapped in production hell. That's a really good question. I find myself struggling with it at some point, but ultimately I prefer it to working on one thing and only one thing, because then you encounter burnout a lot faster and a lot harder. and it's a lot more difficult to come back from that kind of burnout. Is if you narrow yourself into only one lane, then it's almost impossible to get out of it. But yeah, I do have ADHD and hyperphantasia, and I think those kind of coexist in the worst way possible. Sometimes I want to work on everything all at once, and I only have so much time in the day, and I have a full-time job that's already doing what I love, so that takes some passion out of it occasionally, but not really that much, honestly. It's a good question. Yeah, I think ultimately I'd prefer having it than not having it, and I think that's where I want to leave it. Yeah. I got reminded of it by Blue, so I applied and got in the server. Oh, congratulations! Nice. Did not know that. Well, I'll look for you in there, but I'm not active in that server. I'm really only active when me and Alan are looking for someone. Sometimes you don't really need a story to do a collab. Well, if you're doing a choose your own adventure kind of thing, then it would be nice. But I suppose you don't need one. How's the big ol' sync joint going? It's going fine. So tomorrow, if I do stream, I probably won't talk much tomorrow during the stream, but I will be working on big ol' sync joint for sure. Not tonight, because I'm way too tired for that, but tomorrow I will start on preparing files. Production hell, I almost forgot Dojo Demon 2. Yeah. That. Oof. Yeah, that one's been in production hell for a while. I think it's just a lack of motivation. People don't care anymore. Even the hosts don't care. They've forgotten about it. So until they show passion again, no one's going to work on it. And the last time that it experienced a massive increase of activity was when I was asking for a trailer for last year's 15-minute animators tournament. And since then, pretty much nothing has been done. So, have you experienced an existential crisis? I'm not an imposter. I live in a lost world. I did have an existential crisis, and then I made a song about it. So yeah. Yeah, I did. A 10-360X Krav Cave Gym video, and tell you what, Krav, if you move to where you say you were going to move, and the commute between your place and my place is not terrible, I'm open to it. We could make it a series somehow. I don't know. We can discuss it. I'm interested. How's Gravity going? I talked about it earlier in the stream, but it's on hold for a bit until I can figure something out. But by November, I will be definitely picking it back up. So soon here. And then, things will be smooth sailing from them. Hopefully it doesn't take longer than 2-3 years after that. That is a mistake, but yes. Okay. Bet. Favorite video games? I'm into party games with friends and platform fighters, but I'm a very chill gamer. I don't game a lot, but if I do, it's just a vibe. A casual gamer. Shirtless Atena incoming. I will, if you ever see me shirtless, I'm not going to be fat. I am going to make sure that I have fucking pecs. Or close. So long as I'm not fat, that's... I guess I don't have to be super fit. So long as I don't have to take off my shirt and then be ashamed. But God, no, not like this. I'm keeping the shirt on. No one wants to see that. Have you played Dead Cells? No, but I recognize the name. Found someone I want to voice White Shade. Nice. Oh, good to hear it's still in production. All right, well, we're at the end of the stream. I should have ended this 30 minutes ago. My voice is killing me now. Man, I'm gonna go get some tea. That was good. Whoever mentioned tea earlier, that's a good idea. That sounds really good. So I'm gonna do that when I leave. But I appreciate you all for dropping by. This was nice. It's fun to talk about this sort of stuff. If I don't see you tomorrow, I will see you Wednesday. For sure, I will stream Wednesday. And it will likely be a big old sync joint production stream. So just back to the normal format. And I'm sure I'll still have to fix some stream shit from this whole 15 mat thing. But yeah. Have you met Hyun IRL before? No, I have not. That is the last question I will be taking. Okay. Thank you all so much for watching the stream. I appreciate it. I will see you all. If not tomorrow, I'll see you Wednesday. Adios. Take care.